Hi girls, I'm going to explain to you how to substitute values into expressions. And I've mentioned this in class, but anytime you make a substitution into an expression, you're going to put that value in parentheses, especially when you're dealing with exponents. So we're going to evaluate, so I'm going to write here on these notes, you're going to evaluate these expressions. That's what you're evaluate these expressions. So, for example, in example 1, when I have the expression x squared and I'm told that x equals negative 4, I'm going to plug in a negative 4 for x and then square it. And you will hopefully know at this point that negative 4 squared, the base is negative 4, so that's negative 4 times negative 4, which is a positive 16. We can ramp things up just a little bit and make it a fraction. Again, you're just going to take in the expression given, a plus 2 over b minus 3, for a equals negative 2, b equals 5. Instead of a, you're going to put in its value, which is negative 2, and then for b, you're going to put in a 5. The parentheses is not really an issue here because you're not dealing with an exponent or anything being multiplied. So I just thought I would throw this one in there so you could realize sometimes that's a non-issue. So here, we're going to plug in for a negative 2 plus 2, and then I'm going to write my fraction bar, and then I'm going to have 5 minus 3. All right, then I'm going to do the arithmetic. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, back to our properties. Is this 0 or undefined? You're right, it's 0. So 0 divided by 2 is 0, so I'm going to write that as my final answer. Okay, look at your third example that I'm giving you here. Here we have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And I'm told that a is negative 2 and b is 3. This is when you're going to need to use those parentheses. So I'm going to plug in here, instead of an a negative 2, square that number, plus 2, plug in a is negative 2, I'm putting it in parentheses, which just means multiply, because remember, we're not using x to multiply anymore, 3, and then plus negative 2 squared. Okay, so looking at this now, I'm now created an order of operations problem for myself. So now I'm going to square negative 2, and that base is going to make that a positive 4. Then I have here with my order of operations, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. And look, I'm just subtracting 12. So go back over that if you need a little help. I'm just doing this multiplication. 2 times negative 2, negative 4 times 3 is 12. So this is going to end up being 4 minus 12. And then I'm going to do this last exponent. Negative 2 times negative 2 is plus 4. Back to channeling your 6th grade math teacher. We're just going from left to right reading. That's a positive 4 minus 12 is a negative 8. Negative 8 plus 4 is a negative 4. So I'm going to land at negative 4 on the number line when I do that arithmetic. Okay, I have one more example. Things are getting a little stickier and a little trickier, and I've included an absolute value into the problem. This actually is number 3 with different values on your homework. So what you're going to do is what you've been doing. You're just going to plug in. You're given this expression, and you're told that x is negative 3, y is 5, z is 1, and asked to evaluate that. So I'm just going to make all the substitutions, and I'm going to create my own order of operations problem. So I have this, plug in x, negative 3 instead of x, plus 5, that whole quantity is to the second power, minus the absolute value of z is 1 plus 5, absolute value. Okay, now if you're given this problem, order of operations says go straight to the parentheses first, so this is going to be a 6, minus, I can go ahead and do this, negative 3 plus 5 is 2, so I'm going to write that down just to show my work, 2 squared, and that's still in parentheses. It doesn't matter because it's positive, but let's just show it. So then 2 squared is 4, minus the absolute value of 6 is 6, and then 4 minus 6 is negative 2. So that's the answer there. I think you should be good to go at this point. This is all on pages 75, 76, and 77 in your textbook. There's great examples online. There's somebody else doing some instruction if you need help. I am cheering from you from afar, and just you all can now get to work on your green worksheet. Answers are on PowerSchool, and I will be so glad to help when we get back together on Monday. So if you do have any questions, we'll work through it all. Hope you have a happy, wonderful Friday.